Good afternoon, everybody. So today's training topic is going to be how to process student fees and student payments. Um, but we're also going to touch on a little bit of customer service, which is a huge part of your job, and it's vital to establishing good relationships with the campus community. So my name is Vince. I've been working for UW Sheboygan for almost 7 years. I started off as an intern in 2008, and I was hired full-time in 2010. And I will be your immediate supervisor, so I will always be there for you and to help you. So the first thing that I want to talk about is greeting the student. According to John Scholl, his article that he wrote on the importance of little things, making eye contact, smiling, using their name, these are little things that creates a good rapport with students, and it gives them a good experience as well. You know, when you ask them, is there anything else I can do for you? Things like that. So it makes them feel important that, you know, we are providing a service to the campus community. So what we're gonna do first is from the UW Sheboygan website, we're gonna use a software called Prism. So if you click on Prism, Prism is a software made by PeopleSoft, and the 13 colleges uses this same software to do basic cashiering, for enrollment, everything. So you will be assigned a username and password. So let's go ahead and log in. Now, once you log in, they'll take you to the main page. The main page, we're only going to focus on, I mean, as you can see, everything is here, but we're going to focus on student financials. So, as I said, the two most common transactions are tuition and fees. So, go ahead and click on cashier. And then let's do a tuition payment first. So post-student payments. So here, if the student doesn't have an ID, then you would click on a magnifying glass and search the system using their first and last name. Now, this happens quite often. If there's a student that has multiple names with the same name, what you want to do is verify the date of birth or the last word of your social. And here it'll populate the correct ID, and then you would click Add. Now, what's important here is the reference field. The reference field, for auditing purposes, it has to be consistent. So it's always going to be the term, which in this case is going to be fall, and the year, and also the type of payment, like either a tuition payment or a past due balance payment. So let's just do tuition payment for now. And then now you're gonna go to the target. And so we use two types of payment, either future or pay. Pay is what you use during your semester. Future is what we use before tuition is due. So since tuition is not due yet, you'd want to click on future. And then you can tab over or click on the amount and enter the amount their students paying. And here, you want to click on the magnifying glass, and it'll list all the terms. So you just have to find the correct term. So it would be fall 2015, so it's 1161. Like, questions so far? Okay. Then you would select tender, and the business services, we only accept cash or checks. So go ahead and click on cash or check. Let's do a check. Okay, when you select check, let's say they're paying for with a check, you want to enter the check number and the account holder. And it'll automatically populate the amount for you. Now to complete the transaction, click create receipt. And then ask the student if they would like a copy of their receipt. Then print the receipt. And that should finalize the transaction. Now let's go to posting student fees. So we're gonna stick with student financials. So from here, let's go back to the main menu so that way you just be more familiar with navigating through Prism. And then student financials. And cashier. And the collect department receipt. Now you don't need the ID for this type of transaction, so you just click add. But what's important is that we type in the reference field what type of fee. So let's just say it's an application fee. Most importantly, you need to type in their name. So when student affairs asks if James paid his application fee, we can reference it and look back and see. Then the amount, which is going to be $44. So the amounts and the types of fees you will have in the manual that I'm going to provide for you after the training. So go ahead and click on the speed type. And then look up, and it'll show you all the types of fees that's in Prism. So the first one is the application fee. So select that, and then from there, just like tuition payment, you want to select the tender, and we'll do cash this time. And then and here, the amounts have to match. So if they don't match, let's go ahead and it won't let you finish the transaction. They'll give you this error prompt. So click OK and then make the change. And then create receipt. Then print a receipt if they want a receipt, and that should finish that transaction. So the training that we're doing now is based on the manual that I actually wrote for business services 2 years ago. It took me about a year to write the manual. The Prism manual from PeopleSoft is outdated, so I had to create a new one. But after today's training, you should be able to do those two most common transactions. To conclude our training, if you have any questions, like I said, I'll provide a manual for you for your reference. So thank you for your time.